Deep within a coal mine, three miners, Jake, Tom, and Eddie, were working a late shift. The air was thick with dust, and their flashlights cast long, flickering shadows against the walls. The only sounds were the clinking of their tools and the distant echo of dripping water. As the hours dragged on, Jake paused, wiping sweat from his brow. That's when he heard it, a faint whisper. He froze, listening closely. The voice was soft, almost like it was calling his name, but from somewhere deep in the mine's dark corridors. Tom, Eddie, do you hear that? Jake asked, his voice shaking slightly. The two men looked at him, then listened. After a moment, Tom's face went pale. He nodded. Yeah, sounds like children. The whispers grew louder, turning into indistinct voices. They spoke in broken sentences, pleading and crying. The men exchanged worried glances, feeling a cold chill settle over them. These voices didn't belong to anyone they knew, nor did they sound like anything alive. Eddie the skeptic scoffed. Probably just the wind or echoes from the tunnels. But as they turned to leave, the voices shifted. They began calling each miner by name, repeating them over and over, an eerie chant that reverberated through the mine walls. Fear gripped the men, and they hurried to retrace their steps out of the mine. But every tunnel they took seemed to lead them deeper instead of back to the surface. The voices grew louder, almost desperate, filling their heads. Stay with us. Stay forever. Then the lights flickered and went out. The last thing Jake saw was a pale, ghostly face in the darkness, a twisted smile whispering his name. Days later, when rescuers entered the mine, they found no sign of the men. Just three abandoned helmets, their lights still flickering, and faint whispers echoing through the empty corridors.